Okay, we are about 60 seconds from launch. It would be awesome if you could quickly grab your cards, grab a seat. We have a lot to cover today. 60 seconds. Why don't I get going? If I can have your attention. And our card getters will do so just kind of quietly so I can talk over the top. First of all, it's here. It is time. This is our last meeting together prior to graduation day. This is meeting 4 of 4. And today's meeting is really about two parts. Number one is just one quick final review about finishing up. And then the second piece is getting you ready for the ceremony itself so that you know how this all works, okay? These cards that you're grabbing, you're not taking them home today. These cards right now, as they're in your hand and you're listening to the things that are going to come, if you have a name that is a name that is routinely mispronounced in your K-12 journey on the first day of school by the teachers reading attendance, maybe you want to help us by giving a phonetic spelling. If you have not experienced that, sometimes you can make it more complex by phonetically spelling stuff so it's not a universal. If you're somebody that has experienced that, we want to make sure our name readers, who we'll share here in a minute today, are going to work, but they've already started working on the lists and are super confident that on game day, we're going to be good to go. So at the end of this presentation, I need all those cards back, and here's how you're going to do it. Mr. Wigman, in the back, you'll notice right in front of you, there are 5 baskets, and those 5 baskets correspond with covers for graduation programs. So you'll see a slide that will have different options, and you just put your card as a vote back in the one that you like the best. Sound good? If you can't decide, it's going to be tough. All right, let's get this rolling. I've already given you the purpose. Finishing up really quick. We have credit checks now that have been going on, Counselor, for a month, right? And we are watching your grades in real time, and some of you still have some recovery work to do. If you don't get those credits in hand, you're not going to be able to walk, and that is super uncomfortable, and the turnaround time is really short. So if you've been waiting to have that kick to the finish line, today is the bell for you to do so. Also, a week from now, we've got a meeting scheduled, counselors, right? We've got a meeting. What's the date on that? Is it 23rd or 24th, where we are pulling diplomas from the stack for kids that have not yet finished service hours. Do we have kids? Oh, we've got a list over here. Miss Angela is going to be here afterwards if you're worried that your diploma might get pulled. So check with her. Also, this is a live link. That Google Form's a live link that you can click when you get this deck sent to you later today, and go in and make sure you've submitted your service hours. If you don't know, see Angela, stop in student services any other time. All right? You got to take care of your accounts here, so if you've been getting a la carte and running your account in the negative, or you've been parking in teacher parking for 2 years, you might have a few things to clear so that your diploma you don't come to pick it up and you just have an empty diploma cover. Sound good? Okay, take care of that stuff. So, those are the obligations. You guys are 17 and 18 years old. This is the last stop. That's all on you. Thumb check. We good? Perfect. Let's get to phase 2 here. Stoles will come out either later this week or early next week. We'll make an announcement. You can pick them up at attendance, and again, they will all look the same except for your laude distinction on that. You wear this stole to graduation. You also also can wear this stole when we go to the elementary schools in a couple of weeks, okay? The hats, your caps, the mortarboard, the first day and the only day you need to wear that is on graduation day. We good to go? Okay. All right. So, graduation rehearsal and class picture. We're going to snap that class picture at 1:45. What time? 1:45. Okay, what happens if you come at 1:47? You're not in the picture. So in that class, I can guarantee you there are a couple of people that rolled through that door at 1:47 and they're just not in the picture. I don't know who they are anymore. I mean, I knew they are, but I don't remember. But I definitely know that there were some people every single year that roll in late. So reminder, get here a little early, shoot for 1:30, and then we will be set. We're going to be in there. There's no assigned order, no cap. Just your gown and your stole, and we shoot that picture on rehearsal day at what time? Thank you. All right. So on that day, we will be quick. We'll be less than an hour for rehearsal, and today's part of that rehearsal. Sound good? We should be done by 2:45, and we're going to run through the 4 key elements of a good graduation. Another thing to note before graduation day, we've got on May 29th, senior breakfast. Come, look nice that morning. We are going to cater. We're going to start this before the first bell. I don't want you coming in, you seniors who have kind of been rolling in at 8:40 or 8:45, and then you go to your first hour class and say, I might have rode bus 62 in, which always seems to be late. But anyway, the truth is, 8:30 that morning, we're on a tight schedule. So we're going to start before that first bell. We're going to serve breakfast. It's catered in. It's fantastic. We're going to give department awards out and distinguished achievement awards that day as a part of our senior honoring you, one of the celebrations that we have to honor you as seniors. Then we're done by about 9:35. You've got 10 minutes quick to throw on a gown and a stole that you either can bring into the gym or have in a car or in a locker. Grab your gown and stole, throw it on, and you're going to hop on one of a few buses. And those buses are going to go to Brooklyn, to Netherwood, to Prairie View, and to Forest Edge. How many of you went to Netherwood as a kid? Boom, you're getting on the Netherwood bus. Prairie View. Okay, woo! Brooklyn. I didn't go here. Okay, I didn't go here, people. You're going to Forest Edge because, Forest Edge didn't have anyone in this class, right? In Forest Edge, Miss Majeski's over there, and her kids get super excited for that day too. So we load you up. The buses will have signs on them. Jump on them quick. We go. We do a walkthrough. You'll have a chance to hear the commencement music. You walk through the halls, high fives, kids and teachers. Maybe a stop on the playground. We load the buses and we come back home, and we're back here for 4th hour. Sound good? Okay. Part 3, graduation. All right, let's get it rolling here. You're going to be in these seats by noon on Sunday the 8th, okay? In these seats, you're going to, as you come in, as you're leaving the driveway, Hans, do you got your gown? Do you got your tassel? Where's your cap? Yes, I got it. Forgot my stole. Turn around. Go get it. Have all those things. Show up here by noon. At that point, we're going to just be chilling. There'll be some water. There'll be some soft music. We'll have some pictures. And we'll give you last-minute instructions. Okay? 12:45-ish, we're going to line up. And that lineup will start kind of by the intersection, by the art gallery, and it'll stretch right into the commons. You'll see that in a minute as well. We will begin our processional just before 1 o'clock, and then, cue the music. It'll be great. The ceremony starts at 1, and we're pretty good on timing this out. We'll be done, if everything goes well, by 2:15, and you guys will be on to the rest of the day. So dress nicely for the day. You know, do your best it's kind of a formal event. So you'll have your gown, your cap, all your graduation regalia. We just want you to look nice. If you need anything, let me know. Why am I not? There we go. Okay, graduation day itself. First of all, we've got about 2,300 people that will be in the gym that day, and we don't have tickets. I'm not giving you tickets to limit you. Some schools do. And in the old days, graduation, if it couldn't be outdoors, which actually seats less in the football stands than what we can get in our gym. Does that seem odd to you? But it's true. When we had to go indoors, we used to have to go in the auxiliary gym, and you get 2 tickets. And thank goodness in my time, we never had to do that. So we don't want to collect tickets at the door, but we are asking you kind of the honor system, keep it at about 7 so we don't have any awkward spots where somebody can't get into the gym. Sound good? Somebody's got a grandmother with who's going to come but in a wheelchair or mobility issues. We're going to send an email out. You can reserve special seating by emailing me for somebody with mobility issues so that we have it labeled for them. Sound good? But otherwise, the doors will open and about 11:30. And you just find seats, okay? We're going to squish it in, and it's going to be packed. For folks who have people that are more comfortable not being in a crowded, hot gym, we'll have viewing in both the Commons live streamed and in the Innovation Center, and some elderly folks really actually prefer that. They're here for you, but they can stretch out, and it's really nice. Also, it will stream from OCA's YouTube channel across the world live. So you have family anywhere who wants to be there on that day but can't be, have them tune in. We'll send the link out. Okay? That's what it's going to look like on graduation day. Kind of cool. There's 4 moves for you to really master the graduation ceremony. We're a group of 316 probably on that day. And lining up, we want to be super efficient, and your cards will help with that. The processional is the move into the gym, and we'll explain kind of the significance of your cards and helping with those 2. Crossing the stage, and then the recessional, which is leaving the facility, are our 4 moves. Your cards, notice, have a number, and that number is a way to line you up quickly alphabetically. Does that make sense? Why wouldn't we just focus on the alphabetization of you? Because you can see there are people who can't be here right now, right? And there might be somebody not here on game day. If you are card 111, you should be between 110 and 112, right? However, if 112 isn't here, now you don't worry about it, right? If they come late, they slot into your spot. Otherwise, you're just lining yourself up by number. There's an orange line, front of the alphabet, and a black line, back half of the alphabet. We are going to get a quick look at what this looks like, I think, on our next slide here, about how this looks. So this is the lineup. When we line up, the orange number 1, black number 1 is up by the art gallery. Go ahead, thank you, Nate. And you can see you'll be lined up all the way to the Commons. This is going to be live in the gym on the big monitor, so don't do anything stupid, okay? You do something stupid, everyone in the gym is going to see it, and they're cheering for you in there when this is happening. You'll hear it on the playback later. So then we have the processional. Our honor marshals will walk the orange and the black lines in. We fill in the front, 12 plus 1 on each row like that. Zwicky and Ashmore are counting to 12 really quickly. Listen to them and rehearse. Okay, wait, pause. Okay, so quickly, that double speed is challenging me, I tell you. So everybody's in, we remain standing. We don't sit down, we remain standing. Because we'll then have a color guard, an honor guard come in. This is the Oregon VFW Post 10272, and they will come present the colors, and then the band will play the national anthem. We're up through that whole thing. You do not have to take your mortarboards off, like keep your hat on, okay? And then it's when I'll tell you when to sit down, and you all sit down together. Go ahead. Thank you, Nate.
We're at regular speed now.
Regular speed. Okay, we honor folks that are enlisting or going into ROTC. There's the down. I'll get to that slide in a minute. Okay, I give a couple of welcome remarks. We have 2 speakers. We have the senior choir perform. We have a 3rd speaker. Dr. Bergstrom speaks, and then we are ready to cross the stage. We're going to start crossing the stage with the front of the alphabet on the orange side. And here we come across. You hand your card at that point. You're holding your card. You'll get it just like you did today to our name readers. And you can see, read the name, it goes in the basket. We keep it. And then you get some handshakes, you get an empty diploma cover, and then you proceed around the assemblage, back up the middle, and into your seat again. Sound good? Okay? And then we flip the stage, and we go at it from the other way, with the black side coming across, card to the name reader, handshakes, people are cheering, and you get a couple of pictures on your way back to your seat, and we're good. You're back in your seats. Our class officers will come to the podium after and lead you through a turning of the tassels. You'll turn your tassels, and then, hey, we did it, and then that all happens, and we cross this, we work our way out of the gym. This is a little chaotic sometimes, but we'll get out of there. The band is playing you out. You're going to the auxiliary gym to pick up your diploma proper. Sound good? The aux gym, your diplomas will be alphabetized, and you pick them up, stick them in your covers that you have, which makes it a lot easier to distribute on stage. And there we go. Back to the slideshow. We might be a minute or 2 late to your next class. So those are our number ones right there. We knew those are our number ones all the time, right? They're going to be our first people following our honor marshals in, and again, explanation of the card. We have 3. We had a bunch of interest. We have really good options. I had a faculty committee that helped find not only 3 of the best speeches, but also 3 that kind of went together really well, if that makes sense, so that they're not the same message one after another. And our first one, Morgan Bohr. And Morgan's speech, just a clip, 720 days, school days ago, we stepped into this very building as young freshmen, Olivia Rodrigo and Jake Cole playing in our ears, unaware how quickly we'd be making graduation playlists to sing and cry with our closest friends. So you'll see a little bit of that and see how that is woven through the theme of her speech. Hadley staying, people. Throughout our time in high school, we've learned many things. We've studied math, history, language, and science. We've learned to analyze, create, and problem solve. The most important lesson we've learned is how we can use what we gain to make a difference. All right? So that will be a theme that's wound into her work. And then Lynn Holton. And when our parents asked why our grades dropped, it was always, oh, the teacher just hasn't graded it yet. Yeah, we've all used that one. In fact, this speech was dangerously close to becoming one of those late assignments. So it is a good blend of ideas that represent your journey, your pathway, and kind of reflection as well as aspiration moving forward. So congratulations to all, and thank you to all who stepped up. Honor Marshals! Those are actual high school graduation pictures, not AI generated options. We tried that. These were better. So they will be our guides into the gym and walking us across the stage. As I said, when we go, there are 5 bins in the back. We're getting closer, but we're not there yet, so just stay with me. We've got 5 options. If we need you when we collect your cards, you just decide in your mind and don't overthink it. They're all really good. Don't overthink it. But what one looks the best, you'll throw your card back by Ms. Kissling and Mr. Steen in the back on that table, and the one that corresponds to what you prefer. Okay? Do not take these cards with you out of the gym. So the dates, all on one slide. Senior breakfast, elementary walk, May 29th. That's a Thursday. June 5th, Thursday. Graduation rehearsal, I put 1:30 to get you into the gym. 1:45 is when we walk, or when we take our picture, and then we'll work through sort of a rehearsal review. Then we've got 8th, meet here at noon, graduation at 1, done about 2:15, and then class party that night, and we're going to get there in a second. Okay, to do, if you are somebody that is enlisting or either in the military, reserves, or active, see me afterwards or email me. If you know somebody that's not here, let me know, because we honor them as a part of our color guard in the beginning. If you are attending school beyond this, just a reminder, you have to get your final transcript in by July 15th. That's on you to get it done. The final transcripts will be done late June, so get yourself hooked up there. Reminder for those who received an invite to Honors Night, that's tonight here, 7 o'clock start. I think you're supposed to be here by 6:30 in the band room. Cap and gown, if you don't have one ordered and we're planning on walking, come see us in the office. Sound good? Okay, senior party real quick, clap it up, paragraph.
All right, so we wanted to remind you of the graduation party that is planned for you. The party is hosted by the parents and is a private party for only the class of 2025. No siblings, visitors from other classes, or other schools will be let in. Registration is from 8 to 9 p.m. that night. Unless there has been prior approval, you will not be able to enter if you're not in line by 9 p.m., so plan to arrive early. Once you enter and get your required wristband to wear all night, you are good to go. And if you decide to leave, please know you cannot re-enter unless you are escorted out and back by a parent volunteer. This is a strict rule that will be enforced. Because we want to keep everyone safe, this is a reminder the event is a drug, tobacco, alcohol, and fight-free night to celebrate with classmates and friends that you may not see again for some time. This party is put on by parents, and if at any time one of those parents believes you are not following the rules, we have the right to ask you to leave. There will be food along with water and soda. We've hired a magician and are told the DJ is extremely good. Activities will include bowling, volleyball tournament, bags, a casino with card games, blackjack and roulette, plinko, darts, pool, bingo, a photo booth, and a lot of prizes. Prizes will be raffled off at the end of the night, and you do need to be at the party to win, so please plan to stay until the end. If you are registered for volleyball or bags tournament or plan to register your team when you arrive, please be early as games will start as early as 9 p.m. This will be a free event and should be a fun night, and we hope that everybody can make it. So I please ask that everybody scan the QR code and just let us know that you're coming so we have enough for everybody.
Clap it up. It is a great night. It is a lot of fun, and we're super appreciative. Parents have been kind of raising funds and preparing for this night since you started in high school, and so it is super awesome that they're doing that. Okay, last things. We love you as a class. You've been an amazing group. I am so excited for the big day to honor everything that you have done here. We want you to continue to set the bar high for all classes that follow. We want you to finish the right way. We don't want to have to chase down crazy stuff like You've done the right thing all the way through. Continue to finish and stay classy. Make us proud. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day. We will announce that you're going to run a minute or two late to class maybe. Let's go.